His name was Sola. He was a pilot with a blaster at his side and a smile 12 parsecs wide.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Her name was Leia. She was.
Welcome back, guys. We're back for a new review, the new comic book day reviews. Kristen's gonna take care of the DC books. I'm gonna get the Marvel ones, and we both each have an indie title, plus a spotlight, so get ready for that one. So I'll start it off. This is Thor #1. Check out our Midtown exclusive.
Ooh.
Beauty from Gerard Perel. This is written by Donny Cates and Nick Klein, who does the art. So, Thor, the god of thunder, we all know him, right? The Prince of Asgard is now the King of Asgard. So if you're a fan of this character, you have to pick this up. This is a great jumping on point.
Your boy's getting an upgrade.
Oh, yeah. He goes off against the Black Winter in this one. So fans of Norse mythology will love this. So if you're a fan of Walter Simonson, seminal runs like that, JMS, Jason Aaron, this is a great jumping on point for that.
And Donny Cates just took over Thor, so this will be kind of cool to see what he does with it. After seeing what he did with Venom, I'm super excited to see what he does with this.
Donny Cates is on fire.
Fire!
So next up is Hawkeye Freefall. This is another #1, another great jumping on title. This is written by Matthew Rosenberg, and the art is by Otto Schmidt. And fans of Hawkeye, come on, what are you doing? Pick this up.
All 5 of them?
So, if you know anything about Hawkeye, Hawkeye has a Ronin persona, and someone's adopted the persona and is running amok and doing all kinds of horribleness.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so let's check out this. Fans of Brian Michael Bendis' new Avengers run, fans of Avengers Endgame, will love this one. This is sort of an opposite spectrum of Matt Fraction's run. Matt Fraction deals with Clint Barton as a person. This deals with more of the Hawkeye persona. And what does it mean to kind of be a hero? So Tarot #1 is next. This is my last Marvel title. Fans of the Avengers, fans of the Defenders, okay? This one is for you. If you like cosmic Marvel, if you like the mystic side of Marvel, I highly recommend this one. So if I can show you.
Yeah, this one looked really cool. I just have no idea really what it's about, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So it focuses on the World War II era of Marvel. If you deal, you deal with Captain America, you deal with Namor and stuff like that, the Howling Commandos, and they find an ancient evil who's arisen. So look forward to this one. And this is written by Alan Davis and Paul Renaud. Check out this.
It's a good page. Yeah. Very, very good page.
Tarot. Very mystical. The art is very reminiscent of Brian Hitch. It's kind of cartoony, but a little edgy, and it adds some intrinsic value to the storyline. All right, so next up, let's see what Kristen has with DC.
All right, so this was a cool week for DC. We're seeing a lot of interesting Christmas-themed stories going on. So I was a big fan of that. Even though the holidays have kind of passed, I still got a little bit of the holiday spirit, so it was nice to get a little bit of that. First up is Superman Giant #1. So this is a compilation of 4 different stories in one big 100-page book. 2 of the stories revolve around Superman. There's one Supergirl Bizarro Girl story and a Superboy story as well in the back. So yeah, really cool stories. If you want to check it out, the first one deals with Parasite. So he's a big, scary dude. The next one, let's find a good page here.
Parasite.
There we got Bizarro Girl. You know, just as many powers, but not the best makeup job. I think she should fire her stylist. It's not a good look. And this one was my favorite. So the Superboy story in the back is Superman and Superboy on a little adventure fighting dinosaurs. Need I say more? Honestly. So the book really revolves around friendship, family. There's a great little story where you get to see Lois Lane and Clark Kent kind of do their thing as a power couple together. So I really liked seeing them in action together. So put me in the holiday spirit. Cool story. Little bit of everything. What more could you want? And it's giant. Next up is Detective Comics. It's the new issue of Peter Tomasi's run. So this one was really, really cool. There was, other than the snow, pagan god of death. It's sort of like it reminded me of like a Wendigo or some creepy pagan Christmas spirit haunting Gotham, because Gotham needs obviously more problems. But what I really loved about this issue is Bruce Wayne is like racing home. He's like, I've got places to be, I've got stuff to do, and you're like, oh man, what's Batman up to? And really, he just had to go home to play with his dogs. So that was like super heartwarming.
You feel warm inside.
It really does. I was like, oh, Bruce, that's so cute. Yeah, and then obviously, really cool pagan ghost. The best part about it is the Christmas tree of death. I don't know if you can get a good look at this one here, but it's a little creepy. The bad guy murders a bunch of Gotham residents and hangs them from a tree like ornaments. So really puts you in the holiday spirit. Remember I said there was a lot of holiday spirit in this one? That's where you're going to find it. So it's the new issue of Detective Comics. It's 10/18. Now, I love this book. Harley Quinn. It's the newest issue of Harley Quinn. Another holiday-themed issue as well, except that it revolves around the deranged Gotham-esque version of the Ronald McDonald characters. So if you guys remember from your childhood way back, McDonald's had a bunch of characters who were super fun, right? Yes. You got a Hamburglar, Ronald McDonald, obviously, Grimace, and...
You mean Thanos.
Yeah, right? Okay, fair. So this is Harley Quinn helping out the poor, discarded characters from, I believe it's McBurglars. I can't remember the name. Hold on, I gotta look it up for you guys because it was quite entertaining. McGobbles, excuse me. So you have a bunch of characters from McGobbles who used to work together. One of them embezzled a bunch of money. The Hambezzler. Obviously. The name kind of gave him away. And he gets out of jail, and all of his other characters who have suffered after he embezzled all their pension funds want their revenge. So he teams up with Harley Quinn. Some fun stuff happens. Insanity ensues because it's Harley Quinn, guys. What more could you expect other than just really funny jokes in the background, cool art, great story. Kick back to your childhood. It's really Christmas time. You'll be thinking about all those McDonald's toys that you wish you still had.
All right, so my indie spotlight, my indie pick of the week is Death or Glory by Remender. This is drawn by Bengal. This is very Mad Maxy. It's even a little bit of Speed Racer in it. It's a modern day western story. A little bit of Fast and Furious. So it's about a young girl, and her father has been sick, and she's sort of on this quest to help him out. And it's just about a convoy of vehicles, and it's a high chase thing. So Remender has been at the top of his class for a number of years. He has such a command of storytelling. There's so good pacing in this, and he has a great sense of inner monologue, I'd say. So just check out the art that Bengal has drawn for us. Look at that.
It has a very Western feel through the art.
And if you like Breaking Bad and all that stuff, this is great. Look at this.
Love it.
Death or Glory. This is issue 8. So if you've been reading this, guys, this is one to pick up.
All right, and on to my indie pick of the week. I'm always looking at sometimes a title can just catch you, and you're like, I have to read that. That was this book for me. It is called I Can Sell You a Body.
What a great title.
Yeah, right? What a great title. Even if I had no idea what it was about, I would still pick this one up. So it's from IDW Publishing, and it is a story of a guy who can speak to spirits. So he's pretty irresponsible, fun guy. He finds himself in trouble with the mob after he agreed to put a mobster's... So the mobster's son, his dad, who was the head of the mob, died. And I guess they want him back. I'm not really sure why. So they pay our friend over here, who can sell you a body, $100,000 to find a new body for their mobster's spirit. And it doesn't go so well. It doesn't go well at all, in fact. But he does find love. So, I mean, I'll give him that. But the art is beautiful. It's a cool story. There's some fun little spreads here where they show you his sort of an ad for his own, how I will put a new spirit in a new body. He went on TV and tried to make a business out of it. It's not doing so well. But hey, I can't wait to see what happens, and hopefully he doesn't get killed by the mob in the process. So pick it up. It's I Can Sell You a Body. It's the first issue, so it's a great jumping on point. No experience necessary. And like I said, I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm intrigued.
Very interesting.
So every week we pick one book that really stood out for the week, something that we think that you should absolutely take home with you. This is not one to miss. So this week was kind of an obvious choice. Do you wanna introduce it?
This week,
Dun 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 dun.
it's very timely.
Dun, 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 dun. Star Wars #1.
This is by Charles Soule.
Who we will have on Friday for a signing at our downtown store from 6 to 8 for this very book. So this is issue #1. It's a cool story. It takes place right after, literally, right after they leave Cloud City. Luke's just lost his hand. Nobody trusts Lando. I guess what else is new? Leia's a boss lady, kind of figuring out, and the rebellion isn't in a good place.
Yes.
So
this is post Empire Strikes Back, I believe. So pre Return of the Jedi, that kind of pocket of time. And we spoke with Charles Soule a couple months ago, and he talked about Luke's transformation from, this kind of
farm boy.
Yeah, farm boy, and then no place to go Jedi with no guidance to how confident he is in Return of the Jedi. And this is such a interesting way to kind of start the story. Because, it follows...
That's my favorite panel.
Yes.
That one. That's so good.
So the "No, I am your father" is the greatest twist in cinema history, and to take a story and say, "All right, go," is very interesting. So this lays the seeds for what we're going to see in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I didn't know I needed the story until I started reading it, because you forget, especially us, like we weren't alive when the original movies came out in theaters. So when you go from Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi, we just kind of take it for granted that Luke has his whole world rocked at the end of Empire, and then just shows up like, oh, I've already dealt with it. I'm fine. I got a fake hand. I got a new lightsaber. I'm a Jedi now. I can totally kick some butt. We never really get to see how he deals with these revelations of Vader being his father and feeling lost and realizing that both of his masters are gone. He loses Obi-Wan and Yoda, and now he finds out that they lied to him, and that's gotta be a frustrating, very emotionally difficult thing to go through. And so to be able to see him in some of these panels really struggle through that and work through that on his own, even internalizing it, you can see he doesn't share his struggle with anybody in issue #1. He's kind of dealing with all this on his own. So that was really cool. I really liked this issue. I finished reading it and I was like, I need more now. Like, I'm gonna have to read everything here. Yes. And of course, it doesn't hurt that we all have Star Wars fever right now. Let's be honest.
The Rise of Skywalker just dropped. We're all talking about it. And Charles Soule really gets the chemistry of these characters.
Yeah.
They feel like family, like what you grew up with the movies and stuff. It felt like nothing. It felt like the logical thing to happen, and that's the most unique thing about this piece. And I can't wait to read more.
Me too.
So that's our pick of the week. Star Wars #1. Come to the signing Friday. Midtown Comics downtown.
It is your destiny.
Check it out, guys. We all love Star Wars here, and thanks for watching.
Yep, make sure you click the link in the description below. You can find all these books there. Make sure you follow us, like us, subscribe. You know the drill. And come down on Friday to meet Charles Soule. Get your cool Star Wars #1 book signed, and hopefully we'll see you there. Bye.
Bye, guys.